This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Dalton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. From midfield here, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. And Alford has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Andy Dalton. They shakes him off.
Fuck out of
to the
here.
goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack.
Nigga shakes off Miles Garrett.
And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And Dalton will throw.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Yeah.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Browns drive about to get started. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
Get the fuck
way you
out
often
of
control the
here.
game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this in enemy territory at the 45. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got his man, it's over. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So Dalton now. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down. Passing. It's Dalton. Fighting through. And to the 12.
Yeah.
That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing. Mayfield. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He's got room to run past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what...
It's caught at the 10. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And all the way down to the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. On first down, Logan. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Back to Mixon on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dalton's throw on target to Tyler Boyd. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game, 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They run again with Logan. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They begin with a run by Mixon. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Dalton now to pass. He's going to air it out. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. So now Dalton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Dalton wants to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Here's Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Bullock will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete.
If he catches that, that's big. Damn, beloved.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.